Welcome back, everyone, to LBS Responds To episode number 117. So yes, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of my weekly Q&A series I do here on my channel, where pretty much I take about 5 to 10 of your guys' questions and answer them in a video like this. So it's actually been over a month and a half since my last episode, so this episode will be pretty short. A lot of the questions from last video are outdated and don't really make too much sense to answer now. So what I do want to say really quickly, leave your questions down below. Next week will be a bigger one, and I want to get back into doing this series weekly. Also, really quick, before we get into the questions, if you guys want a chance to win a free Phase 2 Commander Fox that is early, check out yesterday's video. And it'll be a very simple way to enter. All you guys have to do is like that video, subscribe, and leave a comment. So definitely go check it out. Another quick thing is I will be on a couple of Brickheads tonight. It is a live stream every single Thursday night. I will be over there in a couple hours after this video gets uploaded. So if you guys want to hang out, have a good time, talk LEGO Star Wars, and ask me questions, I will be over there. There'll be a link down below. So with all that being said, let's get into the first question. We have Don't Attack 625. They say, ask LBS, do you think that the expensive LEGO Star Wars minifigures will grow in price forever, or do you think there will be a point where everything will get cheaper again? I have a friend who wants a CC Boba, and he's not too sure if he should buy it now or wait like 10 years. So here's my thoughts on this and kind of the entire LEGO Star Wars community as kind of a whole. You know, I think we are kind of in a bubble, but not really in like the bad way. I think if anything, it might be a little bit good for us. So I think we all know, anytime from, when LEGO Star Wars, started 1999 all the way up until about 2019, the markets were pretty reasonable. Of course, that's all subjective. Even back in 2019, you were still paying $40, $50 for a Captain Rex. Was that a price that people wanted to pay? More than likely not, but of course, that's a lot better than the $200 to $250 he is now. But all the way, throughout that time, up until COVID, 2020, the market was pretty normal, for standards of stuff being retired and rarity levels. But ever since 2020, a huge influx of, new people coming into the game, whether it's investors, that got super big all of a sudden, like in 2020. A lot of people that were just bored, in their house, of course, during quarantine, they got back into their love of Lego. And, we saw a lot of that. The markets went insane in every avenue. People just, again, getting back into the hobbies, starting it brand new, trying to make money, trying to buy time, and that's the truth of it. So what I think is going to be the case here, we're already starting to see it, and this is no disrespect or knock of anyone that say started their Lego collecting journey in 2020, but it is just the truth of it. A lot of those people, I feel, will not be around for a while. You get what I'm saying? I think a lot of those people, we can already tell they're starting to leave the community. If we, follow people on Instagram and YouTube and, some of these, Reddit groups and all that type of stuff, like every day you are seeing more and more people leave the space. And most of those people did start in that time frame. So basically, to kind of sum it all up and where I'm getting at here. So I think everything 2019 or before will pretty much stay the exact same. That stuff is just naturally rare and naturally hard to get. But a lot of the stuff recently has been very easy to get, from different, sources, and just, people are stockpiling stuff. But I think there will be a time here pretty soon. So it might actually even be good for us, for the people that say do care about values, care about, keeping some of their stuff more rare and not having every person on the planet be able to get one or two. Those type of people, I think there will be a time here soon where a lot of the kind of bulk people that are in this community, maybe say for the wrong reasons or don't, truly love Lego and, passionate about it itself, but are just in it for a little bit of monetary value or just, to buy time. Those people will start leaving and the markets will start to kind of correct themselves a little bit, but in a good way. So I do think a lot of the stuff that's out right now will remain the price it's at. I don't see a lot of it ever really going down in value again. If anything, I see stuff just continuing to go up and up, but at a more natural rate, if you get what I'm trying to say there. I think, stuff like that will start to happen. So in my opinion, again, not financial advice, I think, buying a Club City Boba Fett now is probably the right way to do it. And of course, wait out on a deal for it. Don't just go out all of a sudden and buy it. But, throughout the next couple of months, if you find a deal on it, I definitely don't think it's going to go down in value. That's for sure. It might be a slower rate of going up, but I don't see it going back down. And that goes for a lot of the LEGO Star Wars stuff. So there's my quick thoughts. I hope that kind of makes sense. I think, pretty soon here, the community itself will kind of course correct and get back onto a natural, growth rate. But I definitely don't think it will go down. Leave your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? Are we in a bubble? Is stuff going to go up in value, down in value? Where do you see the LEGO Star Wars market here in a couple of years? I'd love to hear it. Next up, we have Matt Durr 9322. Ask LBS, any chance we get a new Mando Moff Gideon next year, or has too much time passed from the show? So too much time is not passed from the show, because if anything, kind of a one-to-one comparison, the original Moff Gideon, we saw him in 2019 in Mandalorian Season 1, and it took until 2021 summer to get a minifigure of him in the light cruiser. So just doing that comparison of the exact same minifigure, say we saw Mando Moff Gideon in 2023, there's a chance, again, 2024 summer, 2025 winter, that we will still see that outfit of that minifigure happen. I think, if anything, too, compared to, say, 2019, Moff Gideon himself is not too much of like a spoiler, back then, but, seemed like LEGO was still kind of waiting for the right time and waiting until that show passed to actually make him in a set, and might have not even known about it. But, something like, Mando armor Moff Gideon, that kind of is a spoiler for the season. So, LEGO might not have even known that, he was going to be in that outfit. So just, wait for a little bit. If anything, I think next year, we might get him in that outfit. It's definitely not too late. Again, for all we know, there's a lot of stuff that LEGO takes, 5, 6, 7 years on. Some stuff that LEGO is still not done ever, but they might do it at some point. So yeah, Mando Moff Gideon, definitely not out of the question. If anything, I think maybe next summer is probably the earliest we might see him. So next up, we have Daniel0618. They say, ask LBS, I'm thinking of becoming a minifig / graphic designer for LEGO. Do you think that I should continue my dream or switch to another field in college? So I'm going to say this right here. I'm going to look at you in your eyes and say, look, follow your dreams and please make minifigures better again. So I'm telling you, follow your dreams, and for the good of the LEGO Star Wars community, and I guess just LEGO as a whole, do the right thing, make minifigures better, and I believe in you, and hopefully within a couple years from now, I can hear from you again, and you have the job, and we start seeing a course correction of quality of minifigures. So good luck to you. Truly, I would just continue following your dream, bottom line of it, no matter what avenue of business you're going in, whether it's LEGO related or anything. I think it's definitely, if you are in the age group of late teens, early 20s, you have plenty of time where, again, if you put 3, 4, 5 years into something, if it really ends up not working out for whatever reason, you have plenty of time to course correct and move to different avenues of your life to get going finally. Again, the early 20s, I really feel like are meant to truly figure out what you want to do for your next 20, 30, 40 years of life. You know what I'm saying? So find that right thing, follow your dreams first. I mean, I believe in you. I think everyone is capable of doing what they want to do. Nothing's impossible when it comes to a career, path. So follow that dream, man, and I hope the best for you. And, again, keep in touch with me if you actually get that job. And keep me in the loop, and let's make stuff good. So for real, follow your dreams, and I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for the question. Next up, we have Darth Millennial right here. Ask LBS, have you ever been to a Star Wars celebration? Would you ever go if you haven't? So I've never been to one, and I really do regret not going to the one in Chicago in 2019. That's in my back door. It's like 30 minutes away. 2019 was a very hype time for Star Wars also. That was one of, from at least what I've seen, 2019 celebration was one of the best ones in the past, 5, 6 years. And of course, I did not go to the one in London this year. The one next year or 2 years from now is in Tokyo, so I won't be going there. But I think any way we look at it, the next one that is in the USA, whether it's Chicago, Anaheim, Orlando, wherever, I will be going because I want to experience that. I'll probably go with my brother, my one brother. Actually, I might even go with both my brothers since they're both pretty big Star Wars fans. So that might be the plan, but sadly that's going to be like 2026 or 2027. So if you guys have been to Celebration, leave your thoughts down below. Did you guys have a good time or not? And lastly, we have AMR right here. Ask LBS, what's your honest opinion on a Master Builder Series Geonosis Arena? So my true opinions is, look, if I was in charge of LEGO Star Wars, I would make it, again, a $350 or $400 MBS set. It makes perfect damn sense. You're able to get everything in at that point. You're able to give us, your 15, 20 minifigures. You can give us all 3 of the Beast, actually. You can give us, the pillars. You can give us at least kind of like one half of the arena. You can give us, the opening door, actually. Like for a $350 price point, you can truly, at least in my opinion, fit everything that you need in that scene and really make everyone happy if done right. I think another way they could do it, I would rather them stick it with MBS, but they could also just knock it down to, say, $120 or $140 playset. And one thing I've always kind of said, this is something LEGO doesn't do enough in general, although I do have one little thing right here. I'll say, I can't say anything about it really, but stay tuned for the new Marvel CMF line coming out. there is something very unique that LEGO is doing with that line that I want to see them start integrating in with other LEGO Star Wars, or just LEGO products in general, but Star Wars. So basically, for this, I think if they were to do like a $140 playset and sell us the Beast, in like little $30 add-on packs, like that's something I want them to continue to do or start doing more of, is additional little add-on packs for making your scene complete. I know some people are saying, hey, look, they'd rather just get it all in one package, and I agree with that. But I think, if they really have kind of like budget restraints, give us a smaller playset and then kind of give us more little add-on packs. And this goes for anything in Star Wars and anything in LEGO in general. But there's my thoughts. I would buy a $350 MBS Geonosis Arena in a heartbeat. I think that is truly a top 5 most needed LEGO Star Wars set. So there's my thoughts, and that's everything for today's video. Like I said, kind of a shorter Q&A, only about 5 questions right there. Leave your questions down below. Next week will be a longer one. I want to get more relevant questions now that, a month and a half has passed. Go ahead and enter that giveaway for a Commander Fox. And then also I will see you guys all at the live stream tonight over on a couple of Brickheads. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys, and stay safe.